Hello guys, it's me Nana, and today we are going to learn dynamic verbs and stative verbs, okay? Or dynamic verb and stative verb, but they are not like one, they are a lot, okay? So what we are going to do from the very beginning of today's lesson. First of all, let's understand difference between dynamic verbs and stative verbs. What do you need to remember? Whenever we are saying dynamic verb, it means that it refers to action, okay? Well, what kind of action you know? Run, speak, cook, work, clean, so on, so on. There are a lot, okay? And one more thing which is important to know about dynamic verbs, whenever you want to use dynamic verb in your sentence, you need to remember that you can use it in any tense you want, okay? This is important to know. This is all about dynamic verbs, but please remember that this is just the beginning. Well, let's move on to the second part. In second part, we have stative verbs, and we need to remember that whenever we are using stative verbs, or in general, stative verbs refer to state or condition. For instance, be, have, think, etc. Okay? And one very important thing that you need to remember about stative verb is we can use stative verb in any tense, absolutely any tense, but continuous. Okay? Well guys, as I said, I will explain step by step. First one is dynamic verbs or dynamic verb. As I already said, dynamic verbs refer to action, okay? It's easy, and I'm sure you remember that. And also, please remember and never forget that dynamic verbs involve all tenses, okay? Now you have all tenses in English, and it also will help you finally have answered your question, how many tenses we have in general in English. So these are 12 time tenses. And now you can see the word speak, the action speak, in all sentences, in all 12 time tenses. Okay, so you can see the first one, I speak, okay, which is present simple tense. I spoke, speak, spoke, spoken, because it is irregular verb. In the case of past simple, you are going to put second form of irregular verb. If it is regular verb, you are going to add ed at the end of the verb, okay? Next one, I will speak, future simple. These all are simple tenses. Next one, I am speaking, I was speaking, I will be speaking. See, I could do anything with this verb, and this is possible in any action, okay? Such as clean, cook, work, sleep, so on, so on. Okay, well, this is it. You can see the examples here and time tenses here as well. So finally, you will see all English time tenses. And also one more thing, guys, please pay attention to the last one, okay? I haven't explained them yet, but please get ready because they are coming. This is all about dynamic verb. Let's move on finally to the stative verb. Well guys, next one is stative verb or stative verbs. As I already said, stative verb refers to state or condition. And what you need to remember that stative verbs involve all tenses but continuous. So it means that you can't use continuous form in stative verbs, okay, or with stative verbs, sorry. So the first one is emotions or feelings, and the stative verbs are love, hate, like. Let's have I hate this food, for instance, okay, and I am hating this food. So basically, the second one is not right, it's incorrect. The first one is correct. Let's move on to the next one, or we can say second one, which is senses, okay? What we have here, okay, see, smell, sound, and feel. Okay, you can't say I'm seeing or I'm hearing. You can say I see and I hear. I hear you, I see you. You can't say I'm seeing and I'm hearing. The same works here and there. Next one is thinking, okay? Some words, some verbs which is connected with thinking. These verbs are forget, remember, be, know, imagine, understand. Okay, again, you can't use these words or these verbs with ing form. Well, for example, you can say, I know you. Oh, I know you. But you can't say, oh, I'm knowing you. It's not right. No one says things like that. Well, so which is the right one? This is the right one. Which is the wrong one? This one is incorrect. Well, please fix all of this because it is important. Let's move on to the last one, which is belongings. Okay, and the verbs are own, have, belong. You can say, for instance, I own this house. Oh, I own this house, okay, it's mine. But you can't say I am or I was owning this house. So, which one is correct? Of course, this one. We need to put stative verb in simple tenses. This one is correct. I'm knowing we don't have such a structure. This one is incorrect. Well, this is all about types of stative verbs. Now let's go and let's speak about some exceptions that I will explain a little bit later. Let's move on. Well, guys, now I'm going to speak about that very exceptions as I mentioned. First one is be. What I am trying to explain you with the help of these two examples, when we use be as a stative verb, it has another meaning, and whenever we are using be in dynamic version, okay, as a dynamic verb, like adding ing form in the end of the verb or at the end of the verb, the meaning is changing completely. Okay, let's pay attention to these two examples. First one, he is stupid. It's a part of personality when I say he is. Well, he is stupid. I show what kind of person he is. In a second case, he is being stupid. You can see some continuous form whenever we are adding at the end of the verb, at the end of the stative verbs, ing form of some verbs, not all verbs, the meaning is changing completely. Okay, so in the second case, he is being stupid. It means only now he is acting like that. In general, he is not like it. And whenever I say he is stupid, in that case, I'm already speaking about his personality, unfortunately. But yeah, do you have stupid friends? Sorry. Well, guys, next one is think. Okay, when we are using think as a stative verb, for example, I think that cappuccino is great. In that case, think. You can see in that case think means have an opinion. Okay, when I say I think that she is a good girl, I think this building is perfect, I think this picture is a masterpiece, it means that I show my opinion, I have opinion. In second case, when I use stative verb as a dynamic verb, for example, I'm thinking about my next holiday. In that case, we don't have the same meaning. In that case, the meaning is changing, and the word I am thinking, we can translate as I consider or I have that idea in my mind, okay? This is it. Well, guys, next stative verb is have. First one, I have a car. In this case, we use have as a stative one, okay? I have a car. So whenever we are saying I have something, I have someone, it means in general to own, okay? This is it. It has only that meaning. I have a car, it means I own a car, okay? In second case, when we use have, the stative verb as a dynamic, we have completely different meaning. First of all, let's pay attention to the structure. And now let's read the sentence. I am having a bath. In the case of bath, instead of bath, I can say, for example, party, or some picnic, and anything which is which can work in this phrase, which can work with have, because we can say I'm having a bath if it is part of the expression. Okay, I'm having bath, I'm having party, I'm having picnic, I'm having heart attack. Okay, This is the phrase, to have something. This is all about have. Now let's move on to the next one. Well guys, next one is stative verb see. Okay, let's pay attention to the first two examples. I see what you mean. In that case, when I use see as a real stative verb, in that case see means understand. Okay, I see what you mean. I understand you. Okay, I understand what you are saying. Well, in second case, I see him now. He's coming along the street. It means, I see him with the eyes. Okay, you can see with the eyes. Here it is. In this case, see means, yeah, physically I can see him. He is coming or something like that. Okay, see. Next one, the third example, and after the third example, we have two more examples where we use see as a dynamic verb. Let's have the first example. I have been seeing my boyfriend for 5 years. In that case, it doesn't mean I see him or I understand him or I see him. In that case, it will be I have a relationship with my boyfriend for 5 years or about 5 years. Okay, this is it. So in that case, have been seeing in ing. Okay, in that case, in this context, it has another meaning, and the meaning is to have a relationship with someone. Well, next one. I am seeing Anna hit tomorrow. Okay, in that case, I am seeing, it means to meet. And the last one is I was seeing things, which means seemed to you. It seemed to you. It wasn't real. This is it. And this is also the stative verb in ing form and with absolutely different meaning. So what we understand that in the case of see, when we want to use the stative verb with ing form, it will have either have relationship meaning or meet meaning or seemed, something which seemed to you. Okay, this is all about see. And now let's move on to the last one. Well guys, the last one is taste as a stative verb. So in the first case, this taco tastes great. So in the first case, yes, I use taste as a stative verb as a normal way that I need to use stative verb. In this case, taste. Let's again analyze the sentence. This taco tastes great, which means this taco has a certain taste. Okay, in this case, I'm speaking about the taste. Simply, directly. Okay, second case, the customer is tasting the taco. In that case, taste becomes something else, and it is already about action of tasting. Let's highlight it. And I have two more examples for you. First one is here. Second one is love. Okay, in the case of here, I can say, for example, I hear you. Okay, so in the first case, it will be like the physical way of listening to someone. I hear you. Okay, I hear you. Okay, in the second case, when I say I am hearing things, it will be right the same as in the case of see. So there is nothing, but I'm hearing. It seemed to me, or it seems to me. Okay, this is all about here. Let's move on to love. So I love you. That's a normal and basic and common sentence. What if I say I am loving you? So what if I say I'm loving you? In that case, the meaning is changing, and it means that I'm enjoying the process. I'm loving you. But we generally don't say like this. Sometimes it works with it. For example, you can eat something, you can eat some soup, and you can say, oh, I'm loving it. It means you are enjoying it, okay? Not like directly loving, but enjoying something, okay? This is all about, guys, stative verbs. This is all about dynamic verbs and mixed verbs. I hope that all information was helpful for you. I hope finally I could help you to understand the difference between this. That was all. See you!